Congratulations, Rafa, for your win 2-1. How do you feel?
I feel really good, especially after all the drama that happened this year. I think it's a relief that was able to come through not only for myself but for my team in the long run.
That's very nice. You won 2-1, which was the only sort of configuration that would have you and Evil in the final. I guess people at home are actually happy to see this because they won a lot of contention and possibly a 5-mapper in the end. But for you, it probably would have been better to win the Blood Run.
Yeah, I know. Blood Run was within my grasp, but twice I really slipped up on a couple opportunities, which I really could have snowballed the game, especially when I died at the yellow armor. And that's really what set me back. And then I had a chance to equalize the game when it was 2-1. And he was just hugging the wall, like escaping, as he was really weak. And that's where I was aiming with plasma, but I somehow didn't connect, on his way out, because he just took the simplest path. And he got away, and he ended up turning it around. And, yeah, it was at that key rail battle at Grenades. I have no idea why he decided to fight it, but he hit, it was like 2 or 3 in a row that he had to hit to get it. And, yeah, just my peak shot guess. I was wrong, and he hit it, and he clutched the map. So, yeah, he pretty much guaranteed himself to the finals that way, one way or another, whether he lost the last map or not. So, yeah.
And talking about the other 2 maps, what are your feelings about it?
Lost World was... that is one of the most mentally taxing Lost Worlds I've played, and because I feel like both of us played each other rather than the map. Whereas, a lot of people will keep cycling and stuff like that. But, we were both really reading each other well as trying to catch each other out on, like, routes that we, should be taking because we're out of control. And then we would be doing the opposite. Like, I know there was a time where it's normally unsafe to go to Mega, but I just knew he's not there. He's looking for me over here. I'm going to go get it. And it got me back into the game. And that happened for both of us, like, back and forth over and over. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe he just felt really confident in his LG at that one fight. But I knew I was like 200 with a 50 next to me. So if he stayed there the whole time, he's not going to win that. So, yeah, and I secured the victory.
And what about Elder? It seems like you're winning every single Elder. Is that correct, that you played in the tournament? Do you have some kind of special strategy, or do you think the map is somehow, you said maybe broken at one point? What's the secret of Elder?
The secret of Elder is get the lead and and hold on to it for as long as possible. There aren't many chances to come back into the game. I think he like, what was it? When it was 4-1, he was really pushing, he was giving away frags to try to equalize control, and at the last one, he somehow did a lot more damage than he should have. Like, I should have done more. And it gave him the opportunity to fall back on items, and then I had to play really, really safe. But the thing is, if I had the key, you just have so much more mobility around the safe mobility around the map, and especially once I got control even again, like, for him to have to come at me at certain points on the map, like choke points, it's super, super difficult to get anything done. And again, that was a game like Lost World where just constantly trying to read how he's going to catch me out, like always keeping track of where he is. And my timing was really, really good that game as well. I think I only mistimed like one instance, and otherwise I just always went to where I needed to go. And as soon as I thought I could get opportunities to catch him out and to deal good damage and be a little aggressive, I would do it. And yeah, so as soon as I could, I just put my foot down and never let off the pedal.
So talking a bit outside of your own games, but looking at how the tournament went in general, are you surprised by the performance of some people? For instance, I don't know, there was a big upset, I guess, when Cypher lost. What do you think about that?
I think for Cypher, honestly, his shape was really, really good this tournament. I think he just kind of, for whatever reason, mental blocked himself a little bit. We were talking after his match about it, and because I noticed he was playing so much more passive than he regularly does, and I don't know, maybe he failed a situation or two, which he normally wins, and he kind of like started to doubt himself. But Yeah, I don't know. He had his opportunities, and he was saying like he actually didn't feel like real terrible about losing. He just felt, like, man, I just made a lot of mistakes this tournament, and like it really cost him. And yeah, so but yet again, the Rapha Cypher final is eluded for another year. So yeah.
Did you have any chance to talk with Cooler or look at Cooler's performance at all?
I only got to see Anton play Sinister against Dehang. Otherwise, I was either playing or like I had to take that time to go eat or something. Like they really crammed the schedule this year, and yeah, it would have been great to see how he's playing against other players. Do you know the results of his other games, like how he played?
I guess we'll have to check those. What do you think of the trophy?
I think that TriMaster's one is pretty badass. So MD's got to be pretty happy about taking that home, and yeah, congrats to them. I mean, they dominated, but it was good to see like the Chileans take a map off of them and break. So it's not like they just swept through the tournament in CTF, and in TDM it was the same. Like really, really close. And honestly, that comeback on Grim Dungeons against 102 is one of the best I've seen, because it was at the point where 102 was going to run away with it, and they were going to win the the TDM tournament, and they somehow knew that fully committing to that one quad when they were down like 15 frags, just wave after wave, it worked out for them, and they got back, and they just never let it go, and it was perfect performance for the second half of the game. It's flawless.
And in general, what's your feeling about the whole tournament and the whole experience this year?
I like the idea behind it. I think it could be done a bit differently, but I do enjoy playing team modes and like the team camaraderie aspect and stuff. Like I really do. Somebody, I think it was Dehang, that suggested that it would be cool if we had to play, what was it? We had to play like one map of each mode against people, like that kind of thing, and maybe you play everybody like a round robin. That would be pretty cool. Like you just randomly map selected for each mode. Like that would be pretty cool. For Duel, like I've been saying it for a long time, I think we should finally have a whole round robin tournament where we all play each other. 16 players. You get to play everybody over 3 days, and then the top 2 can replay in the final type deal. I think that would be really cool because, like, Faz is here, Sparty, Cooler, Pavel, Cypher, Toxic, all these Europeans that I never get a chance to play, and I still didn't get to really play any. The only European I got to play was Evil, based on just how the bracket went on. And I think that's one of the cool things about these tournaments, is to be able to play a variety of players and to try to prove you're the best. And when you can't do that, sometimes it's a little disappointing.
Any final shout out or thanks?
Just thanks to SK. I really appreciate that they're sending me again, and yeah, and to my team, we've been through a hell of a ride, and it's finally coming to a close tonight. And yeah, I just hope I never have to deal with something like this again, and yeah, have smooth sailings in the future. So,
thanks.
Wow. Yeah.
Interesting words there from Rapha, but fair enough.